Ahlan wa sahlan. Thank you so much, Access, for a beautiful video and for honoring my father tonight. I'm a journalist, so I thought it was very important to give you an unbiased, objective point of view of my father. Obviously, I can't do that myself, so I turned to a website called ratemyprofessor.com. And on it, students give their unvarnished opinions of their professors, and I wrote down some of the things they had to say. Are you ready, Dad? Best professor ever, strict grader, really strict grader. And two of my favorite comments: I went into this class hating circuits, now I love them. And he rocks, plain and simple. If this man was an attractive 20-something, I would have a crush on him. Part of what Dad's students respond to is his empathy. He really, truly loves this work. He loves to share it. And he's the kind of professor who isn't always in his head, absorbed with abstract calculations. He's absorbed with his students in their classroom, the classroom in his university, the university in his state, the state in his country, and the country in the entire world. And as wonderful as this video was, if it was just the tip of the iceberg. If it was to capture the scope of Professor Ulaby's accomplishments, we would never have our dinner. We would be here for weeks. It would be like watching an epic miniseries. There's the space shuttle experiment. There are two of the projects he's on now. One is disrupting the textbook industry. He's working to make textbooks, engineering textbooks, more affordable to lower income students. He's advocating on behalf of clerical workers at the University of Michigan, and it's highly uncommon for someone at his level to be spearheading efforts to help the secretaries and the travel agents and the people who are lower in the hierarchy. But my dad is also one of the most family-oriented people that I know. I was talking to my brother Laith and my sister Aziza, and we all share the same favorite childhood story, which is when my father would sit us down and read us stories, open his book, and start talking in a mixture of Arabic, French, and English. And soon he would completely abandon the narrative on the page and just start freestyling and making up his own stories. My father's imagination will not be contained. He's somebody who is constantly swooping in to help members of his family, and his definition of family is extraordinarily large. Part of that belief in teaching people and in helping people comes from a faith in people's ability to be the absolute best person that they can be. And I can't think of anyone who exemplifies that model of being the best person you can be more than my father. He's been the best person he can be for as long as I've known him. My sister Aziza described him to me as being a scientist with the soul of a poet and a citizen of the world. My brother Laith says he's a Renaissance fan, an explorer, someone who manages to be deeply serious and seriously playful at the same time. Before he comes up to accept this award, all I can say, on behalf of my brother, my sister, our beloved stepmother, Jean, and the thousands of students that he's taught and inspired, is a deep and heartfelt shukran.
That introduction literally brought tears to my eyes. Thank you, Access, for this unique recognition. Getting honored by members of my own Arab American community is indeed a very special tribute that I will remember and treasure forever. We are Americans with Arab roots, and while it pains us to see the turmoil across the Arab world, Syria, Iraq, Palestine, and Egypt being prime examples, we're also grateful. We're grateful and proud to be Americans, and in my case, to be a true blue Michigander. No other country in the world has been as welcoming, as accepting, and as generous with opportunities as has this great nation we all call home. We each have a story to tell, and each one of those stories includes acts of kindness, support, and encouragement from many individual Americans and numerous American organizations, Access being a perfect example. We should remember to return the favor by helping others with whatever means available to us, be they Arab Americans or not. We, Arab Americans, are now part of the fabric that makes the United States a great nation. We serve in its military, we partake in its political process, we contribute to its economic growth, and we cherish the values it stands for. Thank you very much.